Hey guys, what's up? Eva here, and on this quick video I want to share with you some of my LinkedIn marketing tips that I've actually used to generate myself well over 6 figures in the last 2 years solely on LinkedIn. So I'm not exaggerating. I own a digital marketing agency focused solely around the health and wellness space. So I work with physicians and chiropractors and physical therapy centers and anyone in the health and wellness space. I provide digital marketing for these professionals. Now, I've had the company since 2013 and I have not spent a dime on advertising. I have solely focused on LinkedIn marketing, and that has been my primary source of leads up until today, quite honestly. And I have quite a healthy pipeline that have all come to me from LinkedIn. So on today's video, I want to kind of get started at the beginning, right? So I'm going to be recording a series of videos all focused around LinkedIn marketing. And on today, specifically, we're going to talk about your LinkedIn profile. Now, this is very important, although you may not understand why. Your LinkedIn profile is the first impression these professionals are going to get of you. Now, if you were to think of your business, of your LinkedIn profile almost as your business card, or almost as what are you wearing when you attend that first meeting with them, or what are you wearing when you meet them at a networking event? Do you look professional? Are you put together? That's really much in essence what your LinkedIn profile is going to be. It's going to be that first impression that people are going to get of you. So the importance here is that your LinkedIn profile is as complete as possible without exaggerating, guys. So don't put on there that you graduated from, with honors when you didn't. Don't put on there that you graduated, if you didn't, for example, from university. I never finished university, so I don't have on there that I don't have on there that I have a college degree. And I'm telling you that even without a college degree, LinkedIn marketing has helped me build a successful digital marketing business. So I know that it is a great platform for you to use if you're looking to either leave your company and start your own business, or you're looking, like I said, for another job, or you have an existing business and you really have no clue where to get started to find those leads. This is especially if you're in the B2C, if your business, in the B2B space. So if your business services other businesses, LinkedIn is an amazing tool for you. Now, if you're in the B2C space, LinkedIn can still be used to generate leads and do prospecting in almost the same exact type of approach. You still want to have that complete LinkedIn profile. So in today's video, I took a couple of notes because I want to make sure that I have everything included that I want to discuss with you today. So, of course, when it comes to LinkedIn, your contacts are your contacts. It's gold. The people that you have in your network really is that saying that you hear, your network is your net worth. You do literally have the ability to connect with very high level executives and decision makers inside of your industry. So specifically today, I want to go ahead and get started at the beginning. So let's talk about your profile. So the first thing you want to look at is your headline. Stay away from using something like seeking. If you're unemployed, for example, don't say something like seeking opportunities, or open to new opportunities, or currently unemployed. Don't. That all sounds very weak. If you are unemployed but your strengths are in, let's say, administrative work, then highlight that. If you are, you used to be a marketer for a big company, then highlight your strengths. Don't say that you're unemployed. Don't say that you're looking for new opportunities. Give people a reason to look into your profile and get to know you a little bit better. When you're seeking for opportunities, when you're open to new opportunities, that's going to come across as a little bit desperate. And although you may think that putting that on there is going to be like, oh great, this amazing person whom I've never met is looking for a job, so let me connect with them so that I can offer them a job. That's just not how it's going to work. Now, I'll tell you that when I started my company, I actually started my company because I got laid off. And when I got laid off, I didn't run to LinkedIn and put on there that I was unemployed or that I was seeking new opportunities or anything of that sort. I immediately changed my LinkedIn profile to remove the position that I was currently laid off from, and immediately put on there all of these strengths that I had to offer someone, and put on my headline, my strengths. I didn't put on there recently laid off, looking for new opportunities. So when I started my company, although the day after getting laid off, I already had an idea of my company, and within a couple of days later, I had registered my business. I went ahead and removed the employer that I was currently with, and I shifted it to look more of a freelancer profile versus someone that's employed. So at the same time, a lot of people I see are afraid to remove that employment information when they're no longer with that company. Well, if you're looking to LinkedIn to make connections for employment opportunities, how are you going to do that when you still have on there that you're still employed? So just either you're employed, you're freelancer, or you own your own business. Those are the three directions that you want to go. You want to go very black and white. You do not want to go gray when it comes to your LinkedIn profile. So again, your headline, do not highlight your weaknesses. Do not highlight any reasons for people to doubt why you're not an asset to their company. Instead, highlight why you would be an asset to their company. Have a passion for XYZ, right? You can also actually say dedicated to providing great service to this space. Committed to improving the XYZ. So don't ever say seeking new opportunities, recently unemployed. All right, play around with your headline. Think of your headline almost as your objective in a resume, but even that much more powerful. Highlighting your strengths. Again, your resume objective shouldn't be seeking opportunity to, right? That was the old way of doing your resume objective. Now you want to highlight your strengths so that people can say, okay, well, this is the reason why I want to keep talking to this person. The next thing you want to do again is your current position. Like I said, if you're unemployed, change it to freelancer. If you don't have any clients, of course, if you're a freelancer and you don't have any clients, don't put on there that you're currently working with anybody, but you do want to mention what your strengths are. So just because you left a company, just because your company fired you or laid you off or whatever the case may be, doesn't mean you still don't possess certain skills, right? So highlight those. What are your strengths, right? Don't put it in the context of your employer. Put it in the context of the skills. You went into that company with these skills and you left with new skills, but they don't own those skills, right? So you have to highlight those skills in your LinkedIn profile. As a freelancer, you're not going to put an employer. You're going to put on there that your employer would be yourself if you're freelancing, and you're going to write a description of what you're doing. Don't mention anything about getting laid off. Don't mention anything about getting fired. Don't mention anything about quitting. Don't mention anything about why you left the company. Nobody needs to know any of that. Just highlight your strengths. I'll tell you right now that if you look at my LinkedIn profile, you're going to see that I was never at a job for more than a year and a half, maybe 2 at the most. I'm an entrepreneur. I was never going to fit into the mold of working in corporate America. So my resume, my LinkedIn profile has never been an exaggeration. I never put on there that I was with someone longer than I was. And the minute I got laid off, I removed that. So if you're employed, put your current position. Be as detailed as possible in your list of responsibilities and in your title. So people, you may be thinking, well, if I'm employed, why would I want to do any kind of LinkedIn marketing? Well, if you're employed, you're not going to go out there trying to seek employment if you're happy and you're good where you're at. If you're employed and you're happy where you are and you don't have the need to build a network of professionals, which hint hint, you probably should not be closed-minded to that. You should always be growing your professional network no matter what. I am from the school of your employer is not going to be loyal to you. They're going to be loyal to their bottom line. And as cold-hearted as that sounds, that is just the truth. Majority of employers are going to think about their bottom line before they consider your needs. So with that being said, it's a matter of mutual respect. There's no reason why you should not be growing your professional network. you may actually be bringing value to your current employer if you have a professional network that can actually be of value to your current employer, right? So if you bring that on, now you're even more valuable to your company's owner. Now the next one we're going to look at is if you're a business owner. So, sorry, let me just, what is this? Okay. So if you're a business owner, it's pretty straightforward. You want to, of course, have the name of your company. If you don't have a company name and it's just you, then make sure you put that on there. But you want to make sure you list, this is important. So if you're a small business owner, make sure you have a website. You want to be taken seriously as a business owner inside of LinkedIn, have a website. A simple, it doesn't have to be a 10-page site. It can be a 1-page site. My first website was a joke, but it slowly has evolved. And at least have something that people can go to. If you say that you're a business owner and you own a company, but when people go and Google you, because believe it or not, they will, they find nothing. They don't find a website. They don't find a profile for the company whatsoever. That's not going to be good for your credibility. So I immediately, when I registered my business, did a crappy website over the weekend. Honestly, I didn't have the money to pay someone. So I went onto WordPress. I designed a very rudimentary looking site, but at the end of the day, that website actually landed me my first client. So they don't look at the site, they look at the value, they look at the core of what you have to offer them. But of course, you want to position yourself as a real business owner, and real businesses today in 2017 should have a website. So have the name of the company, have your website listed, any projects that you have done for any of your clients, highlight them under your projects, under accomplishments. Another thing is this: make sure you have a LinkedIn profile for your company. Now that sounds simple, and it's probably, you don't think it's a big deal, but you want to register your business with LinkedIn. When you connect your company to your LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn is going to pull up your company and add that. So when you see some people work for AT&T and you look up their profile, AT&T is an actual business page. So you can click on there and go to the company. You want to do that for yours. Don't treat your company, just because you're a small business owner, any less than a big corporation would treat theirs. Okay, so create a LinkedIn profile for your company. It takes all but 2 minutes to do that. Take the extra step to do that. Now, the last step, or the second to last step, is your headshot. Now, please try to have a professional image on your LinkedIn profile picture. Doesn't have to be a picture taken by a professional photographer, but I would highly recommend that you have a professional image, something that's going to make it look like you are a professional. Don't have a picture of you. It's not Facebook. Let me just put it that way. It's not Facebook. You don't need to have a picture of you and your partner on there. You don't have to have a picture of you laying out by the pool. You know, don't put a picture of you having drinks at the bar for happy hour. It is a LinkedIn, like I said in the beginning of this video, is a professional networking site. So think of LinkedIn as a chamber of commerce, a virtual chamber of commerce. How would you want people to look at you when you first meet them, right? So that's kind of how you have to look at LinkedIn. The last step that we want to talk about here is your accomplishments. So accomplishments inside of your LinkedIn profile are divided between projects, languages, organization. So those 3 things, fill them in as much as you can. If you have worked on certain projects, even for employers, so if you volunteered to work on a project that really was outside of your scope, or if it was inside of your scope and you were the one that coordinated an event every year, or you were in charge of a monthly newsletter that went out every month, or if you were in charge of the, a certain group inside of the organization that coordinated certain things, put that on there. Those are your projects. Highlight anything and everything that you've done. If you're a small business owner and you already have projects from your clients, put those onto your LinkedIn profile as well. Languages, if you speak multiple languages, you of course want to add that on there. Organizations, you want to add any type of organizations that you're part of. So if it is your local city chamber of commerce, if you started your own organization, and think of an organization, a meetup, that's an organization. If you started your own LinkedIn group, that's an organization. If you are a member of a networking group, that's an organization. Put those on there. And then the last thing you want to look at is your contact information. Now, I do not advise you to leave this empty. Now, the reason why that is no one's gonna be stalking you, okay? I would definitely put on there your contact information, put on a good email, and put on a good phone number. Anybody that wants to really get a hold of you will get a hold of you using your contact information, but most of the time they're gonna message you. But you do wanna have a complete profile, and that includes having contact information. So if you wanna have a separate phone number and a separate business account, you can. And a separate business email, you can. That's totally that's totally okay with that. So I think we went through 5 components of a complete LinkedIn profile. This is where you get started. Having this profile that positions you as a professional, whether you are, like I said, employed, unemployed, or you own your own business, you want to highlight your strengths and give people as much information about you as possible. Give them a reason to want to connect with you, and give them a reason to want to know more about you. Now, in the next video, we're gonna talk about growing your network. So we're gonna talk about the importance of growing your network, how to grow your network, and the different type of contacts you wanna have inside of your LinkedIn network, all right, guys? So if you have any questions about anything that we covered in this video, drop me a comment down below. If you're watching this on my website, evablandino.com, drop me a comment down below. If you're watching this on Facebook, drop me a comment down below. Any questions you may have, I'd be happy to answer them. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be, like I said, releasing a couple of more LinkedIn marketing videos to teach you how to use LinkedIn to leverage for you as a freelancer or as a small business owner, or really just as a professional that's looking to become more valuable inside of your industry and inside of your space. All right, so again, subscribe to my channel, and if you are on Facebook, please make sure that you check to be notified of any upcoming videos that are coming out as well. So visit my YouTube channel, and I'll link that in the video description, and subscribe on there. All right, guys, so I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.